Damn. I got the machine again. Okay, so that might have been a weird way to introduce the topic of telephony, but here we are. We're going to talk about telephony a little bit today. It's something that I do not a lot, but I do a fair amount of. And, in my time in voiceover, I've done a lot of these things. And even though, AI is threatening jobs like this, they're still coming around. By the way, my name is Jan Anderson. I am a voice actor in Salem, Oregon. Thanks for joining me today. And so what is telephony? What the hell is that? Well, it's telephone messaging. You call up a business or even you're on your phone. You've got a message when people don't get through to you. Hi, thanks for calling. Leave a message. That's telephony, or it's part of telephony. Telephony is kind of a broader term for really two main categories. There's IVR, or what is it? It's interactive voice response. That's when you call and the voice comes on the phone saying, sorry, we can't come to the phone. Please press 1 to reach you or me. Please press 2 to reach somebody else or somewhere. It's telling you how to get to whoever you're trying to reach. Excuse me. The second category is message on hold, or MOH. That is the kind of material that comes on while you're on hold. While you're waiting for Jan Anderson to answer your call, did you know that he can help you to develop wonderful sounding telephony demos for your voiceover business? Okay, that's an absolutely ridiculous and gratuitous example, but that is a message on hold, okay? So why do companies do this? Why do they hire us to do this in the first place? Well, for a number of reasons. It shows professionalism. When they have somebody professional sounding on the line for their telephone directory, it sounds professional. They have a professional speaker pronouncing everybody's names correctly and all the terminology, if there is any that's kind of tricky. Somebody who is sounding natural to answer the phone rather than, you've heard it. Sometimes, a lot of times when you call the or whatever office it is, it's just somebody, working in the office, the receptionist or whatever, making a recorded message, and it sounds a little amateurish, not great. It can help a company's branding. It can help the overall customer experience if they just have a professional sounding voice that can lead them from, one category to another, right? Now, there can be a variety of read styles for this, but most of the time it's really just comes down to sounding professional and pretty relaxed and friendly. That's it. There have been some, when I think back, I did a number of these for a Harley Davidson dealership group in the Midwest somewhere, and they wanted me to sound a little tough. Hello, let's see, what was it? I don't even remember the name of the company, but you've reached Midwest Harley Davidson. Please stay on the line until we can get to the phone, or something like that. But it was a little more rugged, but still friendly. But, I get a little gravel in there. It's whatever. They were happy. That's what it's all about. Keeping the client happy. But most of the time, whether it is for schools, as a matter of fact, it's funny. I've been planning this video ever since yesterday sometime. And today I just got dropped some telephony work, weird timing, for some Jewish schools, private schools, I think somewhere on the East Coast. Thank goodness they know to give me pronunciation guides, because some of the Hebrew terms, oh man, I would never be able to get through that without help. But anyway, so this is a recurring project for me. I've got several that to this day, after years, they keep coming back for updates. I've got one company that has been coming back to me every November It's a snow skiing and snowboarding equipment rental store. And every November they have me update their messages with their specials and their sales and whatever they're offering, lift tickets and that kind of thing. Every November for as long as, not for as long as I can remember, but for at least 7 or 8 years. And again, this doesn't culminate into a ton of work for me, but it's a good thing to have. Just one of those genres that can work really well for you. So I encourage you to, brush up on it. Get a demo done to showcase what you sound like in some of these things. It's nice to have that source of income. Okay. Let's see. Pacing. Pacing, for the most part, is generally going to be a little slower than your average conversational read. Maybe just a little bit, at least slow enough so that you're easy to understand over the telephone, which doesn't sound great to begin with anyway. When you're on the phone, it's not beautiful. Ooh, listen to that, the depth of of the audio. Ooh, that's wonderful. No, it's not like that. So what I thought I'd do was give you an example. Let's go to the script. I've got something that I brought up. This is all just fictional stuff, but this is for a dental office. So the main greeting here, the first half of this, would be the IVR, what did I say it was? Interactive voice response, telling you what to do, how to get to the department that you want. So this would be how I would probably approach this. Just professional, friendly, relaxed, like this. Thank you for calling Bright Smile Dental, where your smile is our priority. For English, I can't even say English. For English, press 1. Para español, presione dos. If you are a new patient, press 1. If you are calling to schedule, reschedule, or cancel an appointment, press 2. For billing and insurance questions, press 3. To speak with our front desk, press 4. To hear this menu again, press 9. Okay, one thing that I'll point out there is it's kind of it's a list. It's a list of things, and as you may have heard in voiceover classes, when you have a list like that, it's nice to change up the delivery of each item. Like you'll notice if you listen back to that, every press 1, press 2, I said that a little bit differently. Press 1, press 2, press 3, press 4. You don't want to sound redundant. You don't want to repeat the delivery of every line. Then you sound like a machine. And we don't want to sound like machines. There are enough machines trying to take over our line of work. Okay, so let's do the on hold message, or the MOH, message on hold. All of our team members are currently assisting other patients. Please stay on the line and we'll be with you shortly. Did you know we now offer weekend appointments and same-day whitening? Ask us how when we return to the line. Okay, that would be an example of maybe the first message. Maybe if you're waiting for a minute or two, a message would come back on, or a different message would come back on, something like this. Thank you for your patience. All of our team members are still with other patients, but while we have you considered having a custom night guard made? It's fast, easy, and affordable. Please ask for details when you're brought online. Thanks again. Okay, something like that. So what I was trying to do, I wasn't dragging on pace-wise, and I try to keep a nice smile going, welcoming, that sort of atmosphere for the patients to listen to. Sometimes they'll ask you to mix in music, which isn't difficult. I'm rarely asked for that. Usually they do that themselves, if they even want it. But it's something to think about. It's something that you can charge extra for if they want you to mix in some music. It's a good thing to know for them to provide the music to you. That way you won't get in trouble if they're using music that is not royalty free. They chose it. They have the responsibility. But if they want you to provide them with some music, give them a few samples. of royalty-free music that you get from an online provider of royalty-free music. Usually you can find free royalty-free music, but most of the time you pay $15 or $20 per track. The prices vary wildly, so so check it out. It's certainly a worthwhile thing to do, if so requested. Just make sure the music is kept pretty low in the mix. You just barely audible. Maybe coming in a little hotter before the voice takes over and then gets dipped down. It's kind of an engineering thing. It's fun to do, but if you don't know what you're doing, maybe ask for help from somebody like me, or another friend who's used to doing that kind of thing. So anyway, that's kind of it for telephony. It's a good source of some income. It's fun to do. It keeps things different. It's not something that's going to be huge in your arsenal. Although, thinking about that, I do have a couple friends that this is a big source of their income, especially if you're bilingual. Because then you can do both the English and the Spanish, or maybe the French, or maybe the German. The doors open. The more you can do, the more doors open for you. So it's something to keep in mind. If you have any questions or comments about this kind of material or anything, please feel free to leave them down below in the comments section. And I guess that's it for now. If you like this content, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel, maybe press the like button, and that's it for now. All right? Until next time, take it easy.